Sup dudes? What's going on guys here? My name is Buzz and today we're going to be going over 10 of the worst games found in Roblox. Now not necessarily of these like the worst possible games you can find, but out of like popular games and games that I've actually reviewed and played on my channel, I'm going to go with the 10 that I don't really like at all. It could be games that try to scam you, it could be games that clickbait, and it could just be games that have lots of cringe. What I want for you guys to do today is comment down below. What is your least favorite game personally where you're just like, eh? And yeah, otherwise than that, let's go ahead and get on into it. Alright guys, so we're going to go ahead and play the game right here, but we're going to start off with our first game. And granted, this is in no particular list, so if like number 1 is not as good as number 5, this is just like a 10, not a top 10. So yeah, for our first one, we're going to go with free Robux games, and those games just absolutely suck. They never work, nothing ever comes out of them, and why? Just why? Why are you going to go ahead and just pretend like your game is going to give you free Robux? You know why? Because they just want to get Robux out of you personally. They're going to go ahead and they're going to be like, hey, all you have to do is just give me your password and give me your email and then we are freaking good to go, man. And I know, even though like 600,000 people play these games, or let's just go ahead and say 1,000 people play this game. This is one of those really terrible games that doesn't do well. Just 1,000. At least 10 of those kids or at least 10 of those people are going to go and be like, oh yeah, I'm gonna get free Robux. They just start putting in every type of information they could ever think of. Their name, their number, their social security, their Roblox password, their freaking bank account number. Now that's a little exaggerated, but that's what it feels like they're willing to do. Like, come on, if you are that dumb, please do not fall for one of these. You're not even playing a game. You just like literally get into the game, you walk in and you're like, well, what do I do? And some of them try to be tricky. They're like, hey, if you want to go ahead and get yourself some free Robux, all you have to freaking do is jump over this obby right here. And it's like one freaking jump and you're like, where's the Robux? So yeah, I really don't like these games. This one probably should be at number 1, but there's a lot of other very cringy bad games on this list that could very well be number 1. Like I said, even though this is 10, this can very well be considered number 1. Our next one is going to be like the clickbaity obbies, and you see these so many times. The clickbaity obbies need to stop. They never will stop because every time there's a big trend, it seems to be like there's a big trend, and then these companies just pump out like 5 or 6 obbies that are with that trend. I remember when fidget spinners were huge, there was like 10 fidget spinner obbies all with like the same logo. You guys know what I'm talking about. Like Baby Boss. Baby Boss was a huge one. I mean, this is the one I'm kind of playing right now. They all have like the obby going up and then something, and it all turns out to be just the same freaking obby, or like there's like a template of 5 obbies that all they are just it's the same thing. It's the same freaking thing. People jump over the things and then they add like a poster or 2 of whatever the trend is. I think right now or recently it was like Captain Underpants, then it was like Freddy Fazbear. Any trend ever has probably been made into an obby, a really crappy obby. And if you go onto these actual groups of the owners who make them, they're all like, making quality games since 1997. That's not quality. My freaking 6-year-old cousin could be like, this is how you make it. Is this like good on? It's not good at all. They're the easiest obbies ever. You know, I've never actually completed one because I get so frustrated because you just walk out and you get a poster of whatever the trend is and you just keep going and there's no sign of anything else. Some people will be a little bit creative. They will have like an ending thing with like maybe the trend. Like the end will be a fidget spinner, or maybe you walk in and then there's a fidget spinner right there. And if you look, all of them, literally all of them have tons and tons of tags in the title or in the description to get them better in the search engine for more people to play them. Even like the way you have to pay for Robux for them, oh god, it's awful. It's like, hey, pay 90 Robux to skip 10 rounds in this obby. Why would you want to skip freaking 10 rounds? That's the point of the game. It's like saying, hey, let's play football, but you don't have to have the football. Why? Why? It's like paying for a movie just to see the ending credits. Oh man, that movie was so good. The ending credits were incredible. Our next one is going to be Adopt Me or Adopt and Raise Babies. I just think that's weird. This is me personally. This is one where it could be controversial because a lot of them are very popular right now. There are some games where I have like 10,000 people playing it at one point, but I just think dressing up as a baby or becoming a baby, becoming mommy, daddy, doing this whole family thing is just a little weird. Just a little on the weird side. I'm not saying that whatever you're doing, it's not a terrible game. I mean, most of them are well made. Like the new Adopt Me, I know that game is like really popular right now, and it's really well made. Don't get me wrong, they do really well. Respect the work and effort they put into the video, but holy crap, it is weird. I can't go around being like, hey, I need a mommy, baby. I need a mommy. It's like, this is great. This is so great. There's a lot of ODing, just a lot of weird stuff going on there. Personally, that's just something I don't, maybe because I'm a little on the older side of playing video games, and I just think that whole role-playing aspect is just a little off, but I mean, it's whatever you feel. Our next one's going to be meepcity, and meepcity is so like half and half. Like some people absolutely love it, play the crap out of it, and other people absolutely hate it. And I'm just gonna go with the side of like in between because it's extremely well made. Probably one of the best well made games. There are so many things you can do in the game, but it's just so cringy. It's the cringiest game on Roblox besides one more, I think. The amount of people like break dancing and dancing, like they're just role playing their hearts out. I mean, if you want to do it, go outside and do it. You don't need to be using a video game to do it. And I understand you can't do it, some of the things all the time, but like fishing for bricks. Really? I caught like 5 bricks. At least make the fish look real. Don't be doing like ODing. Some of the games are fun. This is just a game. I had to put it on the list because at least one person's going to be like, why didn't you put meepcity, Buzz? Well, I put it on here just for that reason, just because I think some people really wanted to see it on this list. And by no means is it the worst game at all. I say that and Adopt and Raise, those are probably the 2 best out of the worst on this list. I know that's not giving it much credit, but still. After that, we're gonna go with the clickbait tycoons, in order like the games you like click on, like the advertisement games and things like that. Not more specifically the advertisements, but just games you just see all the time, pop up everywhere. You see a tycoon, you go in it, and it's nothing, absolutely nothing like they said it is. This happens so many times in tycoons where you're like, it's like, hey, Donald Trump tycoon, hey, fidget spinner tycoon, hey, a poop tycoon. And you're going around, you're like, hey, I want to learn, I want to play, I want to be the poop master. And then you don't. Nothing happens. Nothing freaking happens. It's just like, it just shoots out little blocks. And you got to keep using those blocks to do the same tycoon, the same basic tycoon you can make in the develop section of Roblox. Like, seriously, put a little bit of effort into your game. I tell you, half these games on this list are just a bunch of get-rich-quick Ponzi schemes. They're just trying to trick you guys, the viewers, into believing that these games are amazing, amazing, amazing. You go in and there's nothing there. Half the time, this is my rule of thumb. If you go on the game and there's a bunch of tags in the description, there's like a general like thumbnail that you can see that's like, oh, that's definitely clickbait. They use emojis usually in the title. It's probably going to be fake and clickbait. Now, it's certain emojis like the fire one and the bank sign and all that. Like, your game isn't fire. It's terrible. After that, we're going to go with the Weightlifting Simulator. I just thought this was the weirdest trend. It's a very frustrating game sometimes because you're literally like this the whole time. You're like, coming from a guy that likes to work out a lot, like I just would rather go to the gym. I'd rather go to the gym. It's kind of weird seeing like these huge or humongous Goliath of human beings or Roblox characters just walking around like, hey, how's it going? I got flex. Yeah. It's not a terrible game, but I just think it's such a funny, cringy game that I had to show it on here. I don't know why. I really don't. I think it's... I just wanted to put it on here. I felt like this was one of the weirder trends that I've seen on YouTube. I saw a lot of YouTubers doing it, and I was just like, what in the world is going on here? After that, we're going to go with the 99999999999 games. All these games are, you just slide down something, you walk up something, you twirl around something, you do weird things, and it just has 999999999 in it. It gets a lot of viewers because people just love that number. That number is so huge. It's a big number. It's a very clickbaity number. You go in, you play it, and you end up just sliding down a slide. It's just like, wee, having fun, yeah. Like, who likes walking for 999,999 feet? What's so fun about that? Everything. You're walking to the edge of the world. You're like a backpacker. No. No. Stop it. Right now. Moving on, we have Boys and Girls Dance Club, just like meepcity. This is the epitome of ODing and cringe. Don't know how this game is still on here, but they just added some strollers, so now you can fake being a baby too. I think this game just takes the cringiest parts of Roblox and just they welcome it in. They're like, oh, come on, doors wide open. Friday, it's Black Friday in here. You can do whatever you want in here. You can OD, you can be a baby. Heck, you can freaking make out right in front of us and we'll be all right. We'll be all right. No, it's not all right. It will never be all right to do that stuff. It's freaking weird. Every time I want to do like a prank on someone or a social experiment, I just go onto that game and I always get a good reaction because people take that game so seriously, like it is their actual life. Their life is not physical, you know. Their life is on Roblox Boys and Girls Dance Club, and they're all like this, you know, huge 6'5" buff or, you know, skinny, petite, curvaceous 106 girls and guys. If this was real life, I would be like the worst piece of crap ever. Because everyone's rich, everyone's huge, everyone's sexy, and everyone's just the most popular kid in school. Moving on, we gotta go Advertisement Games. Now, this is a 50-50 like all the other one, like a couple other games, but a lot of the Advertisement Games end up being just so bad and just having so many dislikes. I think I'm showing you God Simulator right now. God Simulator. How are you gonna make that work? You're really gonna make a game that's so good that you can be God and everything like that? I don't know. The games are so forced to be popular because people play Robux and things like that just to, you know, put their game on the advertisements. So if you have like 200,000 views, it might be 100,000 just from advertisements and sponsored ads. They didn't actually work and be a good game to have so many views. They were just kind of forced upon us. So I mean, naturally, they're probably not going to be the best games. And some of them are just flat out weird ideas. For our last one, we're going to go with just the like hacker games. I mean, they're not even games. They're just a bunch of like blob everywhere and everyone's like, welcome to your doom. No, that's not true. No, well, welcome to your doom. Your game sucks. They all claim to be hackers. It's just a bunch of people role-playing being hackers like, the inevitable Anubis is coming down to rain upon Roblox for Roblox doing something that I don't know why, but yeah. Everyone freaks out over everything in there, and someone literally performs like some magic trick. They probably play like Control F or something like that, or they leave the lobby and people are like, oh my God, he is the next hacker, oh my Lord, Just stop. Alright guys, so that was basically our top 10 worst types of games found in Roblox. I think it's kind of funny how how bad some of these are, and then some of them aren't so bad. They're actually pretty not too bad. They're halfway decent at least. And otherwise from that, I want to thank you all so much for watching my content. Thank you for just coming and checking me out. I really do appreciate it. You guys have an amazing, sexy day, and yeah, I'll see you guys next time. Later.